Hello, race fans, and welcome to the official NASCAR iRacing series presented by V8's Online. It's week 11, and we're coming to you live from America's heartland at Kansas Motor Speedway. The mile-and-a-half track is sure to give us a great race tonight here in the Road to Pro Challenge. Tonight's broadcast is presented in glorious high definition and brought to you by TrakRacer, SimInstruments, and our good friends at Get Dirty MX. My name's JD Smith, and with me tonight to call all the action will be my great friend and Kansas native, Kane Kraft. Kane, we got a heck of a show tonight. Got a lot of special things planned before we hit the track. How's it going out there, buddy?
Super excited, JD. It's going to be a great show. Kansas is a great track, and these guys have really been working hard to learn it, so I know that once we get to the racing part of the show, it's going to be fun.
I do too, and before we get out to the track, we're already going to bring you something great. We've had so much positive input since our show about 2 weeks ago when we had Sean Cole on the show with us to talk about the Sim Pit. It has been such a wonderful feedback from our community, and it has really been such a wonderful thing. We've been so excited with Sim Pit that we're actually going to go back and talk with Sean. He's been extremely busy with the launch, and we're going to ask him all kinds of great questions here shortly. So without further ado, I'd like to go see if I can get a hold of Sean, and we'll get him right here on the show right away. Let's see if we can get him out there. Kane, you got him?
Am I with you there?
There we are. We hear you
Okay.
now. No, we hear you, buddy.
Times. Say again, I'm sorry.
That's all right. We're good now. I was just saying we were having trouble hearing you. Sean, we're happy to have you on the show. I was just telling everybody it has been such a wonderful feedback from the community. The amount of interest that has been shown for you and the Sim Pit has just been really amazing. It really has. Who would have thought that it would have been this big? And we just were everybody was so excited, and we got hit with so many requests that we had to come back and talk to you again. I know that you've been busy, and everybody's just dying to know how everything has been going with the launch of Sim Pit.
Well, thank you, JD. Thank you, Kane. And I got to say, everything is going just incredibly. I mean, way beyond expectations. And I got to thank you guys a lot. I got to thank everybody in the community, but I got to thank you guys because, you know, coming out with you guys is a really good launch platform. And it was a great time to talk about it a little before it happened. And I think that put us off to a really good start. And like you said, the emails, the Facebook posts, the comments on the videos, it has just been a mind-blowing experience. I mean, just perfect.
And it's wonderful. It's awesome, the things that we've heard. It's really great when the community steps up like that. It really shows the power of what a sim racing community can do when everybody's voices are heard. So we thank everybody here just from our broadcast and at V8's Online. Thank everybody. Now, I know that we're happy for you as well, Sean. That's, we're so happy, and more or less we're excited. Tell us about what's been happening at Sim Pit. What are we about to see?
That's a great question. Like you said, we came out with a few videos on our launch, and I think that set a good tone. Right now, behind the scenes, we've got a DIY piece in the works. We've got one thing that just, when I made the announcement about what we cover on the show, the amount of people who responded to, like, driving school, speed shop, setup shop, we have those pieces in the works, like, right now. And then we have more products on the way for review. So I know of I'll let a little hint out there. I know a T500 load cell that I've never seen or touched before that I have on the way, and I think I've got very high expectations for that. So yeah, a lot of good stuff, but the main point, information. I mean, I want to do a lot of reviews, but again, this is back to getting things. I've got a few writers coming on board that are going to be doing original content, anything from how to work on your computer, set up stuff on the computer end, graphic settings. So yeah, I think we're going to really hit you at all angles.
That's awesome, Sean. That's really great stuff. And I know from me, I've always loved the do-it-yourself and review shows. They're great. It's always so helpful as a sim racer. Things that we can learn from you or from other people in the community helps us so much. Not everybody can just go straight and buy something. So when you have any type of do-it-yourself things, it's really great. Now, ever since the launch of SimPit, it's been great. I've actually even seen some SimPit cars already on the track in iRacing. So it really shows how big this thing really can get, Sean.
It really does. I'm working with SDC Motorsports, so that team's been running my colors. We got a whole fleet there. I've had some paint jobs sent my way, but more importantly, the entire community, they're putting the decals on their cars, and just every day I get a couple more cars sent. And you know what's great though is I'm keeping them all. I'm posting them. So now there's this whole library of really cool SimPit paint jobs that I love.
Man, that's awesome out there. I mean, it sounds like a SimPit paint contest is in order, but maybe some of that later. But
I think
anyways,
it's a contest of mine.
hey, everybody, we got some awesome painters on the iRacing service, and they're just unbelievable painters, and they love a paint contest. Now, obviously, we're gonna have to get out to the race here soon, but anything that you want to ask to the community or say to the community back, I know that you probably had a lot of questions sent to you or a lot of things that maybe you want to tell them.
Well, I think the main thing you're going to see, like the Fanatic review, which I'm very proud of. I'll be the first one to admit there was a mistake in that review, and it's been a long time that I've been trying to figure out how do I rectify when that does happen, because it does and will happen in the future. And so I actually have a follow-up video coming out that's not only going to correct the mistake or make the fix the omission is more correct, but I'm also going to get back with some of the user comments that I've had, some of the emails, so that I'll turn it into like a little bit of a follow-up for things that were additional questions that didn't occur to me or that just kind of came up, or things that people said, oh, your review would have been so much better if you had just done this. So I'm going to bring some of those extra things. And I guess the reason I'm mentioning it is in the future, I'm encouraging people. Let me know. Let me know if there's a mistake. Let me know if there's something you wanted to know that I didn't cover, because really it's my obligation to provide you everything you want to know. So I put my email out there. We've got a response form on the website. So it's very easy to ask these questions and get a hold of me to do that as well.
And that's awesome. Just being able to have people come to you, get the right answers, and get things fixed. Hey, we all make mistakes, and it happens in the broadcast side of things as well. We know that. But first of all, we just want to thank you for coming back out with us. We are going to have to go to the track. Kane, is there any other questions you'd like to ask Sean real quick?
Yeah,
We got Kane
I
out there
appreciate Sean coming on with us. Like you guys said, the whole support that everybody's shown Sean and the SimPit since last week has been phenomenal. It's just been great to kind of sit back and watch. It's been exciting even for me just to sit back and watch how everybody's really just got behind Sean, and that support that they've shown was amazing. So I don't really have any comments. I just want to thank everybody, thank all of our viewers for being as fantastic as they are, and that's it. And thanks Sean for coming on, and continued good luck in the show and the website. I think it's great to have another piece of resources for the community. It's going to be awesome.
I agree. There can never be too much when it comes to resources, bottom line.
It really is. And Sean, I will let you go. Thank you so much for telling us a little bit about what's kind of behind the scenes at SimPit. Thank you so much for coming back with the SimPit. We're all excited to see how things go for you here in the near future. And I tell you what, I'll be looking for the next show.
It's coming soon. Thank you, JD. Thank you, Kane. Thank you, V8's Online, and have a great race.
Hey, you too, Sean. Thank you very much. And that is Sean Cole, everybody, from the SimPit. He's just done a phenomenal job with that show already, and can't wait to see. You've heard it from him. He has some great things coming up real soon, so we'll be on the lookout. In the meantime, Kane, we got a little bit of racing to get to do. I tell you what, let's take a short break and be right back with you from the track. And I'm still here to talk with you, Kane, on the show, but I just had to get back up into the broadcast booth and convert into broadcast mode, buddy.
All right, I'm still here on the broadcast too. I'm going to launch into this race, and we'll pick up the race where it happens to be. While we're doing that, we can talk a little bit about the series and where we're at now, the NASCAR iRacing series. We've gone to Kansas. Today is week 11, as was the case last week. Jordi Lopez Jr. is still leading the charge in the points. He is in the number one spot in the points championship coming into this round. Patrick Crabtree is in second.
Man, I tell you what, it has been such a heat to this point, Kane. It really has. This NASCAR iRacing Series top split has been amazing, and that Jordi Lopez Jr. has really shown everybody he's kind of set the bar, and it's going to be real fun watching these guys catch up. Now, as we get ready to head out towards the track, Kane, we got to kind of pick a little favorite. But tonight, before we get out there, pick me an underdog to win this race.
I think the underdog definitely has a huge chance tonight. Kansas is one of those it's one of the mile-and-a-half tracks that really opens the door for anybody to come in here and win, especially in the group of talent that we have in this field. So, boy, I don't know. That's a tough question. There's just so many great drivers that we could see somebody like Casey Tucker come up and win this one, or gosh, I don't know. It's just a tough call on this one.
It is. I tell you what, let's just don't even pick an underdog. You just tell me who's going to win this race before we even get out there. I'll give you my pick first. I'm going to say tonight, just because we were talking about him, and I just think it's about time he gets another win. I'm going to call Jordi Lopez Jr. a winner here at Kansas tonight.
Well, that would be a good pick, but I think I'm going to say that I am hoping that Jared Crawford can come in and do something well tonight. He's slipped down in the points. He's just barely hanging on to that top 20. I'd like to see Jared Crawford come in here and get a win.
Now, there's a good point, Kane. Jared Crawford, a guy that came in here early in the season, really dominated, and now has kind of been quiet as of late. So that's a really good pick. You know it's only a matter of time before he jumps back on that horse and starts winning races. I'm having a little trouble finding the session there, buddy.
Green, green, green.
Gotcha. That's why I was having a little freak out moment there. But we're good to go. Kane, I'll tell you another driver who's been really good as of lately too. I think maybe not as the results have shown a lot, but I've seen a lot of promise in his style of driving. Is Billy Price. He's put on a really good show for us as of late. I've just seen some good things from him, and I think he'll continue to grow. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in victory lane.
I stepped away for just a second, JD, and I was trying to get the overlays up. Who was it that you was talking about? Did you say Price?
Yeah, Billy Price, buddy. And as I was saying that I was fixing something, so all I was saying was as we're getting loaded, I was talking about a driver that I think that's really shown a lot of promise as of late, and we should see starting to win some more races here soon as Billy Price. He's shown a lot of promise lately, and maybe not as far as results, but just the way we've seen him drive. Last week, he had a little bit of a beat-up race car, saw him go back and forth, and he crawled through the field quite nicely there at one point. And just seeing somebody that can do that shows a lot of promise. Anybody that can kind of crawl their way up through the field with the damaged race car is so tough, and it's just a good sign to see. It's drivers really getting through some tough times right there. Well, I'm almost at the track there, buddy. I don't know how we're doing on the visual side.
We're here. It looks like we've made it in about lap 14 of 134. We are under yellow, and the guys are going to pit lane.
Okay, so there we are, 14 laps in this 134 lap race, Kansas Motor Speedway. It's a 1.5-mile racetrack, guys. We're back to the 1.5 miles, and this is one of my favorite tracks, Kane. I love this 1.5 miles. It's no secret I love 1.5-mile tracks, and I just feel it gives us some great racing on the iRacing simulator. I love it, and it's a high speed track. This Kansas is so fast, Kane. And one of the things is listening to real world racer Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He said, I love the tracks that have a lot of acceleration where I can get heavy on the accelerator. Therefore, I love Kansas. And that is a great quote from Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And he actually said that last year and did very well at Kansas. He actually got caught on a pit mistake, but he was leading near the end of that race, and on a late race caution ended up messing him up. He could have easily won Kansas last year. You have to be very aggressive on the accelerator here at Kansas. We're going to see that real soon as we go back green here at Kansas. All right, guys, just to kind of give you a little heads up how we are, Fernando Bento was our pole sitter, and he is now in the lead. It's Adam Gilliland here on lap 15 of 134. Fernando Bento, the pole sitter, is going to start on the outside. In third, it's Patrick Crabtree. Stephen Ezeny will start fourth. On the restart, Casey Tucker, Kane's underdog pick, is restarting fifth. John Schweikert will restart sixth, with Justin Bolton starting seventh. Restarting in the 8th position will be Nicholas Morse. Sean Robinson 9th, and Jordy Lopez Jr., my race pick, will be restarting in the 10th position. It's going to be a great restart. We have Tyler Hill and Timu Living in 11 and 12. This is going to be a great restart, and I'm excited to see what we'll have real soon there, buddy.
Yeah, lots of good drivers in here tonight. It looks like, seems like so far everybody's having a good race so far. We've got Casey Tucker up in 5th, Crabtree up in 3rd, Adam Gilliland's up in the lead. He's that's not an unfamiliar place for Adam. He's found himself up in those top positions several times throughout the season.
And let's go green. And here on the restart, so far, everything looking really good now. Let's keep an eye and see how things go. Adam Gilliland looking really good out here in the front in the number 8 Toyota Camry. Back behind him at the moment, it is Patrick Crabtree in the Raptor Ford Fusion. He looks really good with the Fastenal Fusion of Casey Tucker right on his tracks. Boy, I tell you what, Kane, great restart here at Kansas. You can really get a great, and the caution's out. Let's see what's going on. Caution is out, and I'm going to have to see where this is at. It's going to have to be a little bit back into the field because it wasn't near the front where our eyes were, and it is. It's the number. It's bad. It's bad. It's the number 18 machine involved, and that's not good. It's Jordy Lopez Jr., my pick in the monster machine. Gets into the number 15 car. Let's get a replay on that. Man, tough break. And I'm trying to see how that started, Kane. It actually didn't start like I thought it did. That actually, it's actually going to, nope, I thought that.
Yeah, 15 car come up and nailed him. That was Greg McKinney in the 15 car. I'm not sure if he got down there on the apron, got loose or what. We'll have to go back a little bit further and take a look.
The
again.
point where it started, now you have two different things going on here. That's what's confusing, Kane. You go back, now the Jordy Lopez Jr. incident started with the number 6 machine right there behind him, and that is Sean Robbins. Now, Sean Robbins just gets into the back of that monster Camry right there of Jordy Lopez Jr. and gets him loose, but he recovers. The problem is he comes down in front of the 19 car, and somehow the 15 car just comes right up loose off of the apron and nails him. So you had two different incidents there. The first one was saved by Jordy Lopez Jr., and he did, an amazing job saving it. And unfortunately, the 15 machine in the Alliance Chevrolet, Greg McKinney, gets loose off the apron and possibly ends both of their days right there. Tough break. There's a lot of smoke coming out of Greg McKinney's Alliance car. Probably going to be the end of the day for Greg. And it looks like it's the end of the day right now, for sure, for Jordy Lopez Jr. We'll find out real soon, but it looks like he's going to be done. So a tough way for us to jump into the broadcast and tell you what there, Kane, that was a tough accident. I'm telling you, if you're Jordy Lopez Jr. right there, how frustrating. You just did a miracle save, and then 2 seconds later, after you think you're okay, plow, you just get plowed from the side and you're into the wall. Tough break right there. Here it is, lap 19 of 134 laps here at the Kansas Motor Speedway. Adam Gilliland is your leader with Patrick Crabtree in second at the moment. Casey Tucker in third in the Fastenal Ford Fusion. Justin Bolton back in the Best Western Chevy. He's in fourth. Fernando Bento, your pole sitter, in the Timmy Chevy SS, and I tell you what, the Timmy Hill Chevy SS in fifth. He's the pole sitter. It's a fast Chevy out there. John Schweiker in the sixth position in the Marines Chevrolet. Nicholas Morris in the number 26 Chevy. He's seventh, and here's a good name, Kane, we haven't seen in a week or two. How about Michael Conti in the number 1 Abuto Chevy SS? He rides in eighth here on this possible restart. Timu Living in ninth, and 10th is Billy Price. Now, Billy in the Worth Chevy SS has really been looking good as of late. I talked about that as we were heading out here towards the track, Kane, and here he is in the 10th position. Billy started the race in 18th, so he's already moved up 8 spots here in a short time.
You know, my pick isn't in the race. Now I get to look through the field and see what we got here.
Well, you said Casey Tucker, buddy. He's in third.
I did, but coming in, I also said that I'd like to see Crawford do well, and Crawford's not in the race tonight.
Yeah, I hate to see that. Jared Crawford not in it. Normally we're used to seeing that Samsung Chevy SS out on the track.
He recently changed from the Samsung car, and I can't think of what he was driving more recently, but yeah, they started the season in that beautiful blue Samsung car.
You had a lot of luck with that sponsor. Hopefully we'll see him back out here soon. Tell you what though, lap 21, and I have the most awesome camera pack for this track. It is just awesome. I wish I knew who did it so I could give them credit, because it wasn't me this time. Normally I make my own, but this one I got from somebody. And I just love Kansas. This place is just so fast, Kane. And once we get on this restart, we'll really get a good view of this track and how fast these guys go. They are always on the verge of losing grip here. I love it. We'll be restarting real soon there, buddy. It won't be long. As this is the restart, the pace car is off, and all eyes will be on Adam Gilliland to get us restarted. And it's green flag down on the apron. The number 8 car of Adam Gilliland tries to lead the way. Up on the side, we have Casey Tucker and Patrick Crabtree. Also on the real high line, we look out there to the Best Western Chevy. It's Justin Bolton trying to make that high line work. He gets real high, shoots down to the bottom line. He gets right behind Casey Tucker, and he'll go on the inside of Patrick Crabtree.
That's a driver worth mentioning. Justin Bolton has had a fantastic season. Every week he's up here battling for the front. He's just been, he's definitely a driver that you want to make sure you put your money on each and every week because, God, he has just done such a fantastic job this season.
Michael Conti back in the 7th position, looking ahead to John Schweikert here. Now he's right there, and John Schweikert moving in on for the kill. He gets behind the pole sitter, Fernando Bento, and he's going to try to look down to the inside here shortly. I'm sorry, Fernando Bento's one car ahead. It's John Schweikert I'm looking at there, as John Schweikert will try to make that move first. Man, I'm telling you what, this is fast. I'm just looking at these speeds right over 201 on the backstretch here, Kane. 201 miles per hour on the backstretch. Just amazing. Michael Conti doing a really good job right here behind John Schweikert, trying to move up into that 6th position and just outside the top 5. Fernando Bento holding it down, though, in the 5th spot in the Timmy Hill Chevy SS. Looking really good right now. And look on the hood of that Timmy Hill Chevy SS, Kane. How about that Sim Pit stamp there on that hood? Oh, Michael Conti down on the inside of John Schweikert there, and a beautiful pass for Michael Conti to move up into the 6th position. He gets ahead of the Marine Chevy SS on a beautiful pass on the inside line. And here on lap 26 of 134, Adam Gilliland still your leader, but he's got company. It's Casey Tucker right on the bumper in the Fast and All Ford Fusion. And here as we go into the first turn here, turn 1, will Casey Tucker be able to get a little bit of an advantage here to try to make the pass? He is right on our leader. Here comes Justin Bolton. We got a 3-way battle for first place here at Kansas. Heading down the backstretch now, Casey Tucker will try to look down to the inside. He does not have the room. The Adam Gilliland machine is a little too fast. Here comes Casey now. He's got it down on the inside, Kane. Can he make the pass? He'll utilize the apron for speed. He will not lead the lap, but he is still in contention for the position. Still there down on the inside, Casey Tucker using all the grip, and what that allowed was it allowed Justin Bolton to slide up on the high side and make that high side work. He has a great momentum, but will not be able to use it to pass the leader. Now Justin Bolton ahead of Casey Tucker in that 2nd position.
Yeah, Bolton got a tremendous amount of momentum going around the top like that, and he nearly got around Adam as well.
Man, I tell you what, this is insanely good racing up at the front. Justin Bolton waiting to pounce on leader Adam Gilliland, but Adam is really fast. Caution is out. Caution is out. And let's see, it's going to be John Schweikert involved in the number 30 Marines car. And it's going to be started there from Timmy Hill in the number 9 Toyota Camry. This is not Timmy Hill's fault, I don't think.
That's
this is
Tyler
hard.
Hill. That's Timmy's
or I'm sorry, Tyler Hill. I apologize, Tyler. And boy, I tell you what, he just came up out of the turn. And when he did, he just barely nipped the back driver's side quarter panel of the number 30 Marines Chevrolet. And that sent John Schweikert loose sideways down into the wall on the inside barrier. And not a very hard hit. I think that he'll be okay. I think John can take that thing to the pits and just get some new tires, and he should be okay. There's not much damage at all, if any, on that Marine Chevrolet.
Yeah, I agree. It was just the softest little touches to the wall. I think his car's going to be fine, but he definitely should go get some tires.
Yeah, he's going to do exactly that. In the meantime, leader Adam Gilliland, Justin Bolton, both heading down pit road. Casey Tucker into his pit box, and let's see who's going to win the race off of pit road. All right, everybody snug in their boxes. Now, the big advantage is going to go to the pole sitter, Fernando Bento, but he will not get off first. It's going to be Oh man, I missed who got out first. Hold
Looks like
on.
Tyler Hill.
It did, but no, there was one in front of him. It's the 19 machine. I don't know how he got off first.
Oh, I think Dylan Secchi's a lap down.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what threw me off. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was
Wait,
Tyler
who's
Hill
that?
out of the lead lap. The number 9 machine did get off first, followed by Justin Bolton, Adam Gilliland, Michael Conti, then Casey Tucker, then Patrick Crabtree. And then after that, it was the rest of the field coming out really close there. And an awesome pit stop there under the yellow flag. And now as the cars get reset out there, Kane, it's going to be fun to see how these guys will restart. Right now, it's showing Nicholas Morse in that front position, but I'm sure that, yeah, it's going to be Nicholas Morse in the number 26 machine. How about that? In the We Love Mad. I love that on the back. Yeah, that's going to be Nicholas Morse in the Mad Wire Media Marketing. I love that. Chevy SS right there.
I think this is a debut race for Nick Morse in
Yeah,
the 26 car. I don't recall seeing him in any of the races before, so in his debut race, he makes his way up to the front, but he did skip the pit stops, so we'll have to see how long he stays there. This little strategy might work out. It gained him a lot of track position.
Yeah, it really did, Kane. It helped him out a lot, but we'll see how it does. Tires are very important here. Now, the hope is a lot of people say the new tire model holds up a little bit better than the last version of the tire model, so that could be in his mind. But this is still really early in the race. If the at the frequency that we've had these cautions, if they continue, it'll help him out because he'll be able to jump back in and pit on the next caution if it comes out quickly. Well, we should be going green this time. It looks like the pace car lights are off. We are 1 to green. We'll be green this time by. Boy, I tell you what, Kane, this is awesome. I've already said it, I know, but this is going to be just a good race. I got a feeling this thing will get us on a good run here soon. All right, it's going to be like this here as we go down the American Ethanol backstretch back there. We got Nicholas Morse in the lead with Tyler Hill on the outside. On the inside, row 2, it's Justin Bolton and Adam Gilliland. Then on row 3, it'll be Michael Conti and Casey Tucker, followed by Patrick Crabtree and Timu Livin. In row 5 will be Fernando Bento and Billy Price. Row 6 will be Stephen Esney and Matthew Wright, Thomas Davis, then Robin Williams behind them. Now we'll be watching the leader, Nicholas Morse, here on the restart. And Nicholas is going to get a great jump here as we are green. He jumped the gun on it nicely. Tyler Hill down on the apron looks really good right now, Kane. He's down on the inside, did not let leader Nicholas Morse. Let's see if those old tires hurt him, and it looks like they will, Kane. He's already getting chased down by both Justin Bolton and Tyler Hill. Tyler Hill on the inside will make a pass, once he gets to the turn. He should go out right in front, and he does very nicely as Justin Bolton still trying to get ahead. Now, Justin Bolton with a great boost off the bottom row, Kane. He'll move into the lead as we head towards the start-finish line. It's Justin Bolton who officially leads the lap off the restart. Tyler Hill in second, Adam Gilliland in third. Now Adam trying to pass Justin here on the low side. Tyler Hill follows Justin right up back towards the lead. Michael Conti in the picture as well. The number 1 Abuto Chevy SS right there in the action right behind Adam Gilliland. This is going to be a good battle for position as well. We got a side-by-side battle with old tires from Nicholas Morse and Casey Tucker in the Fastenal Fusion, followed by Patrick Crabtree in the Raptor Ford Fusion. They got a great battle now. The 26 tires are holding up for the moment, Kane.
Just want to make mention, see if I can bring that back up. James Swinbanks mentioned to us in the broadcast
Caution
that
is out. Caution is out.
Timu Evening, that is an I at the beginning of his name, so that is Timu Evening, not Timu Livinin, like we have been saying for this entire time. So he is right, that is an I in front of his name, and that is our bad. So sorry, James, and sorry, Timu.
Yeah, sorry about that, and it's going to be a sorry to one of the drivers here on the track as well, as the caution has come out, and I'm trying to see exactly
Looks like
where
probably Josh Fox.
Yeah, I think that is where it did happen, Kane. The number 12 Lowe's Chevy SS there seems getting loose here. I don't know if the 27 machine got into him or not. I think he just got loose. He did. He just got loose. But I don't see how that would bring out the caution unless there was some kind of fluid down. Oh, the car got spun around, and that is what brought out the caution. Anytime that a car is facing the track down the track the wrong way, the caution will wave. So that brings out the caution, and so the guys will have to re-rack. Now let's check in. We talked about a quick caution and what that could mean for the strategic move that was made just a little bit ago. And let's see where I can't even find where he's at now. Number 26 machine, where'd he go?
He's back in 26th place. He is on pit road, getting him some fresh tires.
Oh, okay. So that helped him out for a minute, Nicholas Morse, and but yeah, he's right back where he started back there. So he'll have to fight back now. He's back there with.
Back there with Charlie Foster. I do want to mention Charlie Foster. He's one that we haven't mentioned much. Charlie's been doing a great job this series. He's really come up in the points the last few weeks. He's, I can't remember right off the bat, but I think he's around 10th, 11th, maybe 13th. So right in that area. So Charlie's really come up through the field the last few weeks and is doing a fantastic job. I don't think we've seen him in this top split broadcast yet, but he's in here today, and he's working hard to stay on that lead lap and to try and get something done here.
And for those of you watching on, that is Charlie Foster. He's in the Last Row Motorsports Chevy, and he is in the number 25 car. He's currently in the pits right now, getting fresh tires on the Last Row Chevy and getting topped off with some Sunoco fuel and back out onto the track. So we'll keep an eye on Charlie. He's in the 24th position at the moment. It'll be fun to see if he can work his way up through the track.
An interesting note about Charlie is that he participates in that simulating a sim race thread on the NASCAR iRacing series forums, and each week he calculates an estimated amount of money that it costs to run the race if it were a real car and real racing, and how much he would get paid if he won. And it's very interesting to keep track of all that stuff and where he would be if you were racing in the real NASCAR series, where he would be in points compared to the other NASCAR drivers.
And that is awesome.
It is really interesting to keep track of, so that's worth a mention as well. So that is Charlie Foster is one of the participants in that thread.
All right, got some guys starting to move up here. Billy Price now in the 8th position, so he continues to move. Billy started the race in 18th place up to 8th, so 10 spots for him. Nice move. And we also have Jordan Worth now in 7th position in his Wing Quest Toyota Camry. He rides in 7th. And then also in the number 21 machine, I see the Wahoo Motorsports car, but he's actually still trying to make it up there. Brandon Coppinger, he's in 25th at the moment. Since some of the cars have pit and some of them are waiting for this time in, it's kind of shook in the back of the field up there. We have some guys that are listed in the back. Now, up at the front, it's still Justin Bolton leading this thing. And we should get the 1-to-go signal this time by. And then Tyler Hill in 2nd there. Adam Gilliland 3rd. Michael Conti moved up to 4th. Casey Tucker hanging up in the top 5 in 5th, and our pole sitter Fernando Bento in the Sim Pit Chevy, he's in 6th. Timu Evenin in 7th, and then we have Billy Price 8th with Thomas Davis in the Amp Chevrolet in 9th. Robin Williams has cracked into the top 10, Kane, in the number 20 Chevy. And I tell you what, Robin Williams, we've seen some good things out of him on and off this season. And be fun to see how he does from this point on in the race. Let's see, I'm just curious. And we're heading back green, so let's see what happens here. When we get back to green, we'll watch the pace car here.
Adam Gillen had a great start just like before, but Justin Bolton has taken off. And you might want to hit the live button and catch up to us here. But
yeah, no, I was running behind there.
But going into the turn here, Adam Gilliman has gained so much ground through the turn. Adam's got some speed here that he's definitely he's definitely a contender here. He's going to be one to watch the entire race. Michael Conti coming down low. I thought he was going to be able to stick with Adam there, but he fell back a little bit.
Ooh, up on the high side. There we have Patrick Crabtree going to fall up position to Thomas Davis. Made a great jump there in the Amp Energy Chevrolet. He moves up into the 7th position.
That's fantastic. He was back at 10th before the start, so he's already gained 3 positions, Thomas Davis, which we know that he's a great driver. He's done some great things this season already as well, so he's another one to watch today.
The opposite has been done with Billy Price. He's already lost 2 spots here. He's in the number 11 Worth Chevrolet. He's followed by the Blues number 20 machine of Robin Williams. And Robin Williams still hanging in the 11th position, trying to hold on now. He's going to try to get around Billy Price here. Just doesn't find the momentum needed to get by him. Right now, Casey Tucker in position to get around Tyler Hill. Just can't find the momentum at the moment. A lot of speed carrying through here. Just over 200 miles an hour there. And incredible there. Casey Tucker, that Fastenal Fusion is fast. I mean, it is really fast.
He's been having a great race. He's been standing up here at the pointy end of this field for all the entire 44 laps so far. Going to the inside, we'll see if he can get a move made on Tyler Hill, who's also been exceptional this race so far.
Well, he's got the pass at the moment, Kane, and he's going to do a wonderful job. Look at the momentum he had right there, but here comes Tyler right back. Fun to see how these guys get a different jump at different parts of the turn. On the original exit, it was the Fastenal machine who had the momentum, but then as they got all the way straightened back out, it was Tyler Hill who had the momentum. Here comes the number 1 Ubuntu Chevrolet. It's Michael Conti making his way around Tyler Hill now. He's got a great push, Kane. He's going to pass Adam Gilliland as well. 2 positions there for the number 1 machine. Michael Conti is on a tear. And he's keeping it up, Kane. Beautiful job there by Michael Conti. That car is really, really moving right now. You can tell he's really pushing, and this car has the grip right now. The fresh tires on that car are really helping him out. He's in fourth place at the moment, looking ahead to Adam Gilliland, who's up in 3rd. Oh, no, Adam fell back there. I'm sorry, I apologize. That's Casey Tucker, who's now in 2nd, and so that's Michael Conti's in 3rd now, looking ahead to Casey Tucker. Now, Justin Bolton still leading the race, Kane. He's got a nice little 3-4 car gap in between him and Casey. But Casey Tucker's starting to close down that gap in it really quickly. Wow, Kane, he has really got to run. Casey Tucker just closed that down to about a half a car gap. He is right there with him. Just in one turn, he really closed that gap.
Casey's definitely got some extra speed here. You know, we seen him do really well at Daytona when we did the shootout, and he's done pretty good since, but he really hasn't had a great race. Well, so far, this one's really adding up to be a great race.
Man, it really is. These two really going at it now, Kane. Justin Bolton doing a phenomenal job of holding Casey Tucker off for the moment, but I was noticing that Best Western Chevy of Justin Bolton has some damage to the grill area and the hood of that Best Western machine. Wondering if that'll change anything aerodynamically on that car. Obviously hasn't heard it yet, but later in a green flag run, I wonder if we'll see that little bit of damage take effect here. Oh, Casey with a killer jump. He's going to take him on the high side, Kane. And beautiful pass by Casey Tucker. But here comes also Michael Conti as well. And that is two big passes. Something happened there to Justin Bolton. He's going to get passed again by Thomas Davis. And the number 2 machine and Best Western car heading towards the wrong way.
Yeah, we've seen the same thing happen with Adam Gilliland a couple laps ago. Just a little wiggle or just taking a long line through whatever happened. It definitely cost a lot of momentum, which cost him a lot of positions.
Yeah, unfortunately, he just went from 1st to 5th place just in a blink of an eye, Kane. He'll have to work really hard to get that back. Now, if somebody that can do it, it's Justin Bolton. He'll fight to get those positions back, not a problem. Got a new leader, though. It's Casey Tucker in the Fastenal Fusion, and he's got a nice-sized lead over Michael Conti in 2nd place.
Adam Gillen hasn't stopped falling back. I just checked on him. He's back in the 22nd position.
The number 24 machine makes close contact, but now Matthew Nichols in the number 27, he's back in 10th place. He almost made a pass on Fernando Bento, the pole sitter, and we have a great battle for position between these two a little bit further back. Okay, remember we talked a little bit about, we haven't talked about him yet, but the number 19 machine of Dylan Secchi, he is in the 12th position, and his car's starting to move the right way. Unfortunately, the Sim Room Chevy of Timu Ivanin starting to fall back a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. Dylan Secchi was fighting to get back on the lead lap. Now he's fighting for the 11th position and doing a fantastic job. He's really right in the mix of things.
Yeah, there goes. Oh, contact with the wall is the number 24 car, Brad Newman. Light contact, he's okay, and actually will hold the position. But I tell you what, I just saw more bad news for Justin Bolton, Kane. He is really falling back now, and I saw him down on the apron, kind of falling back. He is now back to 22nd and still falling. The caution is out. Let's see where that caution was at. I know we had some contact with the wall, but that shouldn't have been enough to bring out the caution. So it had to have come out somewhere else on the track. And it will be the number 9. Oh, it's Dylan Secchi, Kane. We just talked about him. And probably the second we took the camera off of him, something major happened. He just lost control, maybe pushing a little too hard, and loses it, spun around, and no damage to the car that I can see, no major damage. And so just a big spin out there and left a lot of rubber on the track, but that brings out the caution. Wow. How about that? Buddy?
Yeah, he was just pushing a little bit too hard and lost the rear end, and around he went. And maybe the same kind of deal is what got him a lap down the first time. Maybe he's just having a real big trouble with that corner, which a lot of drivers had been.
All right. I'm sorry, buddy. So all the leaders heading down pit road. It's going to be a fun battle on pit road. Everybody so far heading down the pits. All your lead lap cars heading down pit road. Actually, we did have one stay out, Kane. It was Ryan Lowe. So Ryan Lowe chooses to stay out, and he will be looking to lead as we go green next time. That'll be fun.
Well, we've seen that before, and it didn't seem to work too well last time. The tires seem to be pretty important here, so race to pit road. Looks like Casey Tucker's going to get it.
Good job by the leader, Casey Tucker, there as he gets the lead off of pit road. Right ahead there. Good job. Right ahead of Michael Conti. About half a length there. And then we see right behind him, we're going to see Thomas Davis get out right ahead of Patrick Crabtree and then Billy Price. Man, I tell you what, we got some good races off of pit road today.
Boy, Kansas has proven to be some great racing. A lot of real close racing. People really trying hard at Kansas this week.
You know what? Ryan Lowe has decided to go down pit road this time. I think he thought better of it and decided to go down because Ryan was on the lead lap. So Casey Tucker should be the leader. It's showing Nicholas Morris as the leader right now, Kane. He must have decided to stay out again. We've seen him do this before, and he got just chewed up by the older tires, even though they weren't that much older than everybody else's, but they just weren't. It shows how important fresh tires are. So Casey Tucker should have no problem getting around Nicholas here. And then we also have Michael Conti, and Thomas Davis has moved into the 4th position now. So that AMP Energy car moving up, Kane. He's looking really good. I think it was Martinsville, or no, it was somewhere. He had one good finish, I remember. A really good finish. Billy Price in 6th, Patrick Crabtree in 5th, 4th Thomas Davis, 3rd Michael Conti, 2nd Casey Tucker. Nicholas Morse is the leader. Lights, we'll be looking for the lights on the pace car to be going out as soon as he crosses the start-finish line. And let's see what the call is, and it should be 1 to go. Yes, sir, it's going to be 1 to go. Will be green this time by. So as we restart here, it'll be lap 59 when we restart of 134, Kane. And it's going to be fun to see if we can get a green flag run here and have some green flag stops. That'll really shake things up here at Kansas. As right now, my mic is cutting out there. I had to fix it. As right now, we have 27 cars on the lead lap. It's really good. 27 out of 32 cars on the lead lap. Currently, the cars that are... Go ahead, buddy.
I was just going to say, with me not having my standard overlays to use because of the new build, they just haven't got fixed yet. I don't have my gains losses screen to bring up, and I don't have my pit stop overlays to bring up that I'm used to bringing up, but I can't wait to get those fixed.
I know you can't, buddy. They'll be here soon. Let's all watch here the restart as we get ready to restart and see how these guys do on this big, humongous restart up at the front. Pace car is in, and we'll be watching Nicholas Morse and Casey Tucker. And we're green. Good run so far for Nicholas. Let's see how long he can hold it. Casey has a nice boost. He's going to go down on the inside and pass with ease on the number 26 car. He's followed by Michael Conti. Now, can Michael get around? Now, remembering back, the 26 car held up okay. Once he fell to the first 4 cars, he kind of held in that 5th spot for a while, Kane. So I think he'll be trying to do that again and hopefully be able to hang up there at the top, because track position is vital here.
Yeah, he's definitely holding on lots better than he did last time around. So his tires were lots fresher this time around than they were last time around. But with Mike Conti on your bumper like that, I just don't think he's going to hold out for long.
Tyler Hill makes a really good pass down on side of Thomas Davis. Sorry about it. It looked like it might. And here comes the leapfrog. How about that? Thomas Davis said, "No, you don't, Tyler," and gets him right back. Patrick Crabtree down on the inside, Kane. And here comes Patrick trying to make a move on the inside of Timu Ivinen here and cannot get around him. Good job, Timu. 28 car has a scary moment. He had to get on the brakes to avoid the number 27 of Matthew Nichols and will fall back several positions. Tough break for the number 25, or excuse me there. I apologize. For the number 28 machine. That's Matthew Wright there. Tough break for him. So number 26 is still holding on, Kane. This is awesome. He's really doing good this time. Here comes Michael Conti on the inside trying to make the pass on Nicholas Morse. Cannot get it done right now. So Nicholas holding it down. He's doing the good. It's paying off for him right now.
Yeah, I would say that tires, any advantage that the other guys had on their tires is probably wearing off with each lap. So he's probably leveling out with everybody else. And if he can maintain the speed, he should be able to hold on to his position. Now, I'd say they're pretty equal on tires now that everybody's came up to temp.
Michael Conti had a huge jump. I thought he was going to take the pass, but a big momentum boost comes right back for Nicholas Morse. And here comes Michael Conti, big time, big push from Michael. And Conti, can he get around Nicholas Morse on the backstretch? Michael Conti down on the inside, the number 1 Ubuntu Chevy SS, tries to get round, and he cannot do it because here comes the 26 with another, and the caution is out. So Nicholas Morse will hold on to second, and what a fun run by the number 26 car. Good race strategy from him to stay out and get out of the 20s and up here into second. And Matthew Nichols was the caution. I'm trying to go back and see exactly what happened to Mr. Matthew. And I'm looking here. Let's see. And, oh, yeah, he got kissed the wall pretty good there, Kane. It looks like Stephen Esney was behind him, and I don't know if Stephen caught any damage from that or not. It might have been some slight contact, but it had to have been for him just to get loose like that. But it just doesn't look like it. But he gets up in there and hits the hood of Stephen Esney's Scrabble Chevy, and that is not good for Stephen. I hate to see that, little bystander, and I hate to see that for Matthew Nichols. He had a decent race going there, Kane.
Yeah, he did. And, you know, it could have been a little bit of lag contact, or even just pulling the air off of his car that got him a little loose. He maybe got in there just a little bit too close, took the air off of his rear end, and it got a little loose on him. But
that's what I was thinking too, buddy. Yeah, I think that was a net code or something mess up. Kind of lag. Well, looking at the pit exit, let's see who does it here. Let's see who wins it off. They've already went by, so I'm going to have to go back and see. Am I seeing this right? It looks like the number 7 machine wins the race off of pit road. Am I correct there? It is. It's Thomas Davis that wins the race, followed by Michael Conti in second. Tyler Hill then behind him, the number 24 machine of Brad Newman. So we should see a little different lineup this time by, Kane.
Yeah, but the top 6 guys or so stayed out on the track, so it's definitely going to shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see a little rearrangement here in the front 10 to 15 cars. They'll kind of rearrange a little bit. That always makes it really fun when we get a little shake up here. Now Casey Tucker still in first and Nicholas Morse still in second there. Surprised Nicholas Morse stayed out there, buddy. He stayed out twice in a row now, and he must feel confident with those tires now. And he's riding down on the apron right now, so I wonder if maybe he's thinking maybe I ought to go pit. He's looking like it, so we'll see what he decides. He may just be playing games with me up here. How about Billy Price there and Timu Ivinen in third and fourth there? And remember a little earlier, John Schweikert in the number 30 Marine Chevy had one of the early race incidents, Kane. He's fought his way back up to 5th place.
Yeah, it's a fantastic drive for John. I'm guessing he skipped, I don't think he skipped this pit stop. Maybe, yep, I think he skipped the pit stop this time around.
Yeah, he did. Nicholas Morse said he's just playing games with me, so it's 2 in a row he stayed out.
Yeah, that's good. That one's definitely probably not a move I would make after skipping the last pit stop, because his tires are extra worn now. He's got twice as much wear as Casey Tucker, and the other guys there right around him. But guys 6 cars back, they've all got brand new fresh tires.
Yeah, so Thomas Davis was the first car. He's in 6th place, and all the cars from him back have fresh tires. So John Schweikert Ford are on older tires, and Nicholas Morse is on double the old tires. So these guys might get eat up here on this restart. Restart should be this time, Kane. It looks like we're going to be green this time by. Man, I tell you what, this is just too cool right here.
You know, the action here at Kansas has been really spectacular. It's like we've got an extra groove of racing here. We're seeing racing on the high side and racing on the low side. That's something we haven't seen too often here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And here we go, green flag, guys.
Green flag.
And let's see, it's going to be our Casey Tucker with a nice little jump here at the gun. And we got big trouble. Billy Price into the wall. Huge trouble for Billy Price. The number 20 car involved as well. We got a caution.
Yeah, bad luck for Justin Bolton as well, as he winds up caught in it as well.
Oh, Kane, that was, I wish I could show you what I saw on that. I had it on this crazy crank it up camera, and Billy Price's car like crashed into the camera. It was just crazy. That's why I got so excited on that one. Man, all right, Billy Price riding down here on the restart. He's riding just in kind of the danger zone close to Timu Ivinen in the 17, and that's what happened. He kind of either slid up into the 17 or the 17 kind of went down into him. It's hard to tell there because they're starting to turn, and that's right when they're getting ready to come into turn 1. And it spun that car around nose first into the wall, and he nailed it. Driver's side, I mean, it nailed the wall, Kane. He hit that thing hard. That's big damage to the Worth Chevy there, and I hate to see that because Billy Price has been up there for quite a while, up in the top 5, and had a really good race so far, and one of my little picks there. So tough break for Billy Price, and the number 20 car did dodge him, but the downside was when he dodged him, Kane, I think he got into Jordan Worth. He did. The 20 car jumped down to avoid Billy Price and got into the 14 car. Not bad, though, just kind of scraped him. But the 14 had to go all the way into the grass, all the way by the inside barrier. So the caution out again, guys. And we got Jordan Worth in the pits right now. And so now let's see what Nicholas Morse does, Kane. He's not in the pits, I can tell you that.
Yeah, Casey Tucker's also chosen to stay out. And the number 30 car, Jen Swickert.
Thomas Davis stays out as well, Kane. And so these top 4 stayed out. Tyler Hill still out. Patrick Crabtree still out.
Yeah, I imagine probably everybody stayed out except for those that were involved in the incident, those that either had to slam on the brakes and scar up their tires, or those that actually had some contact. Several cars made contact with each other in that incident. Just not too awful bad of contact. I had thought that
now Ryan
Justin
Lowe's
Bolton was
down.
involved, but he was involved in something just a little earlier. He actually didn't get involved in this one.
Yeah, Justin Bolton, remember, he kind of fell back, and he had some pre-existing damage from early in the race. I don't know when he got his damage, but he was leading the race with his damage. But it's gotten worse. He's missing the splitter and everything. That's rough.
And that happened on the last caution, apparently, because it didn't happen in this one. He started this green flag with that damage.
Man, that's crucial damage, too. Well, this is how they line up for now. In the front row, it'll be Casey Tucker and Nicholas Morse, John Schweikert and Thomas Davis in row 2. Row 3 will be Tyler Hill and Patrick Crabtree. Back in the 4th row restarting will be Brad Newman and Adam Gilliland. Behind them, it'll be in row 5 will be Seth DeMerchant. Haven't talked about him today in the Target number 31 machine. And then in 10th, it'll be Josh Fox starting. I haven't talked much about Josh Fox today. I had a little incident early in the low Chevy, but he looks good out there, no damage. Dylan Secchi in the 11th position. Dwayne Vincent in 12th. Ryan Lowe in the number 3 Fast Track Sim Chevy. He'll be starting 13th with Stephen Gilbert 14th. Jordan Worth starting 15th there on this restart with Brandon Coppinger 16th. Michael Conti 17th with Benjamin Burmeister 18th. 19th and 20th will be Matthew Wright. That all just changed in the back. I apologize. Robin Williams moved up to 17th there. Ryan Lowe will be 18th. Michael Conti 19th. Matthew Wright should be 20th. And we'll talk about Justin Bolton, who will be at 22nd. 21st is now Matthew Wright. It's kind of shifting around because the guys that are coming off the pits there. So the tail end of the field is kind of shifting around a little bit as the guys get gridded side by side as we look to be one to go this time by. So, Kane, here we are. Lap 73, should be 74 on the restart, and we got 134 laps to the end of this bad boy for a whole race. So 75 of 134, and this has been a caution-filled race so far. Can these guys get a long green run to the finish?
I hope so, because the racing action here, once it gets going, the racing action is stellar. So I hope to see these guys get it together and have some good green flag racing, because man, it's so much fun to watch.
And here we go, green, 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 with Casey Tucker with a nice run out front. The number 26 car now, Nicholas Morse, tries to cut off Thomas Davis, and that is going to cause a big wreck for them, and I hate to see that. Nicholas Morse tried to do a little blocking action. He wanted to come up on the high side, and Thomas Davis just had nowhere to go. And, man, that just hurts right there. I hate to see that. Thomas had such a great race going, and so did Nicholas. Man, he should not have done that, Kane. I don't know if he did that, if he was trying to block him and thought he had the room, or if he didn't realize he was drifting up that high. That just hurt right there. The number 7 amp energy car just had nowhere to go. He got trapped in between the car and the wall, and that will bring out the caution. Some pretty significant damage to the front end of the amp energy Chevy. So Thomas Davis with some pretty big damage.
Yeah, it looks like the damage to Thomas Davis's car is actually probably worse than that of Nicholas Morse.
Oh yeah, big time. And that hurts right there, because Thomas Davis caught the initial hit that trapped him in between the wall and Nicholas Morse, and then Nicholas Morse's car got turned around, and then they went nose to nose, and so I guess you could say that the front end of Thomas Davis got hit twice, and that shows on the front end big time. Tough break here at lap 76 of 134. Casey Tucker still in the lead, and Casey said, if y'all want to keep doing this, I'll just hang up here in front. Got him a stress-free race at the moment. Now, I'll be interested to see what some of these guys decide to do. I see Tyler Hill in the pits right now. He's exiting the pits. He was in 4th going into this when the caution came out. Now, John Schweikert, how about this guy? He was in a wreck early in the race. Not a major one, but a small incident. And now he's in 2nd place. Not too bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, Seth the Merchant and the 31 car looking good as well. A little bit of damage there to the back of the car, but in a good position heading into the last half of this race, up in that sixth place position.
Old Ryan Lowe, he's headed back down pit road there, Kane. He goes about every other time. If you're in the back, you got to get fresh tires. I don't see why you wouldn't. Now, Thomas Davis is back out on the track, Kane, so it'll be fun to see how he recovers from this. I know he had quite a bit of damage. I'm trying to go back and see if that pit helped him a little bit.
Yeah, the crew got his car back together pretty nicely.
Man,
for
they
as quick
really
as they got it done, so he might still be a contender for this one.
Yeah, he's on the lead lap, 20th position. Still plenty of time, and as fast as his car was, if it's anything like it was, he'll be just fine.
He's going to go back in and try and get a little bit more repairs.
Yeah, he must feel something funny in it because they did a good job on the cosmetic damage, but I bet he feels it in the steering wheel. Pretty big difference. Nicholas Morse is in the pits as well. He was obviously the other car involved, and he's still in the
I also
pits
see
getting some.
Charlie Foster's out of it. You know, we had mentioned Charlie Foster earlier. I don't remember an incident that took him out, but I must have missed it.
Yeah, I hate to see that. Now Kyle McCormick is he's 16 laps down, but he's back out on the track in the Axe Apollo Chevrolet. It's good to see him hanging in there.
Yeah,
He's in.
awesome looking car too.
Oh, that's a sweet one, man. I love that one. The cars that are out of the race to this point is Charlie Foster, Greg McKinney, Sean Robbins, Jordy Lopez Jr., and Case Brinksma.
Showing Billy Price as well.
Billy Price is 8 laps down. Yep, he is out. He popped on and then popped off, so he is out. He may come back on because he was on a minute ago.
How about Justin Bolton? His car is tore up, but he's still in the 11th place.
That guy is something else, Kane. That car, I can see every piece in the engine there. That hood is, I don't even know how that hood's staying shut. I don't even know. He has no front end, no splitter, but this guy's in 11th place. I love the no-give-up attitude of Justin Bolton. It just shows. And when you have a season like this, it is so crucial to get every point you can. And I love the no-quit attitude that we see in these guys that get involved in a wreck, maybe 2 wrecks, and if there's any chance that they can stay, they will. Pace car is in. Casey Tucker's going to take us green.
Green flag, green flag.
Here they come, side-by-side racing through most of the field here on the restart. And it's Casey Tucker leading the way.
Keep an eye on Justin Bolton back here. He's really his pace is pretty good considering as bad as his car's tore up. He's really holding pace with those guys pretty well. 3 wide going through the turn.
This is amazing racing. I'm telling you what, Casey Tucker.
Adam Gillen's out of control. He's trying to grab it, and he did grab control of the car right there in front of the 16 car and saved from the catastrophe. So great driving by Adam Gillen.
Man, how about that? Good job, Adam, and that was pretty crucial right there, man. Wow. Michael Conti flying up through that pack, too. I was watching it from the blimp camera so I could get a good view of the whole field. And Michael Conti jumped up about 4 spots right there. It's weird. These guys are back in like your 15th, 14th place. And they were running first, second, third, fourth early.
Thomas Davis is back out on the track. He managed to stay on the lead lap. And this car's not doing too awful bad. It's really keeping pace with these guys.
Yeah, right now he's behind the Cessna Chevrolet of Wayne Vincent and actually doing a pretty good job. I'm kind of proud of him right now. Thomas Davis might be looking for a pass here on the high side and has to slow down there as the 29 car went down low with him and it kind of messed him up there a little bit. But here comes Thomas on the high side. He's looking good. Now John Schweikert trying to hold off Brad Newman. Brad in the Wahoo Chevrolet in the number 24 machine trying to make his way up into the 3rd position. A great battle for 3rd between the 30 car and 24. That's John Schweikert and Brad Newman.
The Wahoo team's another team that definitely deserves to have a good finish here. They've had some great races throughout the series so far, but just struggled on getting a good finish. They've had a couple, but they're definitely due for another one.
Yeah, I love that one, the 24 car there of Brad Newman. It's got my favorite color there, that old teal, and it looks really good. Down on the, look at Patrick Crabtree. We haven't said nothing about this guy like we should have today. He's in the 2nd position. That Raptor Ford Fusion looks good. He's been up there on and off all day, and he's kept the car clean, out of trouble, and he looks really good right now, holding off a very fast John Schweikert.
Has he blacked out a decal on his hood? Has he covered up looks like he's covered up a sponsor or something on his hood.
So it happens if the sponsor says something that the racer don't like. No, I'm just kidding. It looks like what he did, but he's got the Raptor SVT on the hood.
That's bear bond. That's what that is. Somebody dropped something on his hood before the race, and they had to bear bond it shut.
That's it. There you go. You heard it from the man. How about Casey Tucker? 2.5 lead in first. This guy looks awesome right now, Kane. He just looks unbeatable.
He's looked fantastic the whole race.
And I have to give it to you. You picked him.
He's just been improving each and every week. He's had a couple bad incidents, but I don't know, something just told me that his time's coming. And if something happens, he don't finish well here, his turn still is coming.
Man, he just looks so good right now. Looks like he just cannot be beat. Now back here in second, we got a nice little race going on between John Schweikert and Patrick Crabtree and Brad Newman. These two. Now here's the car we hadn't talked much about. Josh Fox back here in fifth with Stephen Gilbert back in fifth and sixth. Kane, I'm going to find out who made this camera set that I have. And if they're listening to the broadcast, I want you to email or on the just in hopes that you're watching this broadcast, if you made these camera sets, and I'm going to see if it has a name on it in just a second. I need you to send an iRacer message to Kane or myself. This is by far the best camera set I have ever seen. Wish I knew where I got it. It says Cosper on the COSPER Kansas Oval TV cam. So I don't know if you're a Cosper or whoever. Let me know. It's hard to find really good racing cameras like this, Kane.
For the oval side, ones that's got good crank it up cams, and it is hard to find some good cameras for the oval side.
Man, this one has got broadcast cam, crank it up cam, grandstand cam, TV cam, you name it. I didn't even know I had it.
Another driver that's doing well, of course Michael Conti, but behind him Tyler Hill. Tyler's fresh off of a victory and having a great race here today, finding himself in the 7th place. He's had several great races in a row, actually. Tyler Hill's really come along nice in this season.
Yeah, Kane, and he's been really good as of late too. Like he's come on all through the season, improved, but man, as of late, he's been really strong. And that Toyota Camry looks really good. It has just been really strong, and ever since we went to the Camry, he's just been great. Now, Robin Williams right there with him right now. Okay, this is the battle for 7th position. Tyler holding him off really nice, and be fun to see right now if Robin can get ahead of him.
Man, looking at these cars, you would think we were racing at Bristol.
I'm telling you, you really would. This is something else. It's your home state there, buddy. I love Kansas. This is a great track. So much speed.
You know, so many times the real life NASCAR has matched exactly what we've seen here on our Wednesday night broadcast. I wonder if we're in for a really big show this Sunday.
I bet we are. Look at Michael Conti making the pass on the 23 car of Stephen Gilbert in his Ford Racing Ford Fusion. Beautiful pass there by Michael Conti to move up into the top 5. How about that? Michael Conti in the top 5. This guy has been on a run. We have a nice little green flag run here, Kane. And so far, I don't want to jinx it, but John Schweikert still holding off Brad Newman. Patrick Crabtree in second, but Casey Tucker over a 4-second lead. Give it up for this guy.
That's amazing. 4.26 seconds ahead of second place Patrick Crabtree. And yeah, what a fantastic job.
Man, that's awesome. All right, Seth the Merchant in the Toyota, or excuse me, in the Target Chevy. The number 31 car is back in 14th at the moment. We saw him up high a little earlier. He's got some damage to the back of his car, unable to really get the speed. He follows Justin Bolton, who's starting to climb his way towards ever closer to that top 10. He's in 13th. Kane, we're on lap 96 now of 134. So this race really is starting to wind down in a hurry. And at the rate we're going, if they stay green, this thing won't be much longer at all. Now Casey Tucker's praying that this thing stays green with his 4.5 second lead now. He's actually coming up on the number 17 machine in the simroom.com machine as he'll put him a lap down, and that is Timu Evenin, or he's actually 5 laps down, but that'll put him down another one.
Nicholas Morris, his car that is 1 lap down. He is the only car that's 1 lap down, so he will be our GetDirtyMX.com Lucky Dog winner, should we find ourselves in a caution.
Yes, sir. Now look at Thomas Davis, Kane. This guy looking really good. He just got around Josh Fox, moves up into the 9th position. And tell you what, his team did a phenomenal job repairing that car. It looks fast, just like it did earlier. You can't even tell he's been in a wreck hardly.
A little bit of scrubbing on the wall there, just give it some character.
I like that. Tyler Hill moves up another position as now he rides in 6th place. Michael Conti, in the meantime, has found his way up to 3rd, and now he goes around Patrick Crabtree, a battle to get up into 2nd. Michael Conti is on a tear.
And he's come from far back. I don't remember how far back he was at
when we
the start
restarted.
of this.
I think he was 21st on restart.
That's amazing.
I'm pretty sure he was around there. Pretty confident. The problem is, Casey Tucker, yeah, he's 5 seconds ahead. Now, Michael Conti's car is extremely fast. The last lap for Michael Conti, 29.1. Okay, Casey Tucker's last lap, 29.15. So Michael Conti's was a 1-2. So Michael Conti, a hair faster. I mean, a hair. Not, those two are so even though it'd virtually be impossible at the rate their last laps were that Michael would be able to catch Casey. So
yeah, because Casey's lap right before that was 29.104. So quite a bit faster. He's definitely got pace, Casey Tucker. It's definitely going to be a tough one for Michael Conti to gain on him, because Casey just got some serious speed here.
He really does, and we saw him win the Daytona shootout in the preseason.
With that 29-0 by Mike Conti. So he's working on it.
Michael Conti is working on it right now, and he is pushing it, buddy. That Ubuntu Chevy. Really, let's go on board real quick with Michael Conti, as he really has the fastest car on the track right now. And as we go on board into the cockpit here of the Ubuntu Chevrolet, get a little glimpse here of Kansas Motor Speedway. Coming through turns 1 and 2 here, you see the American Ethanol sign there on this very fast backstretch. 205 before getting off of the accelerator into turns 3 and now 4. And through the turn, averaged 184 through the turn. That's insanely fast. Here, full flat out acceleration to 203 for 205 again before getting off the accelerator, Kane. That is extremely fast around this track. That is just insanely fast there for Michael Conti. He is chipping away at that lead. It was just over 5.1 second gap a minute ago. It is now down to 4.8, and let's see what it is now, 4.4. So he is starting to chip away ever so fastly on Casey Tucker. Now remember, Michael Conti has fresher tires than Casey Tucker. Casey hasn't pit in the past 2 pit stops, Kane, or the past 2 cautions. So Casey Tucker, I don't think he can make it to the end like Michael Conti can if we were to stay green. This could be a big story come the end of this race if we stay green.
Yeah,
So-
now a couple of those cautions came out right at the start of the green flag, so he didn't have any laps per se on him. But there was a couple runs there that he got 3 or 4 laps on him before the caution came out.
And it's hard to remember because we've had so many here.
Brad Newman's really putting the pressure on Patrick Crabtree for that 3rd position. Seen him putting nose in. Going into the turn there, he's got some good momentum.
You know what, Kane? Michael Conti has chipped down to a 4.1 second gap. Problem is we're on lap 108 now of 134, so he's really got to keep pushing and hoping that Casey Tucker's tires really fall off here in the next couple laps. Kane, he just knocked down another half a second, 3.5. He is really pushing it now as he ran a 29.2, which is a little slower than a minute ago, but Casey ran a 29.8. Casey Tucker heading down pit road, Kane. I knew he couldn't hold it much longer. He's going to do our first green flag stop of the day. Casey Tucker heading down pit road. This is a crucial stop for Casey. So we'll have to keep a close eye on Casey Tucker here to see how he does here in this stop.
Yeah, if
Right
he had
now-
to stop with 26 laps to go, there's no doubt that everybody else is going to have to stop as well. Because there's no way they have got 26 laps on him through those. Yep, here comes Mike Conti now.
Yeah, big stop. And Casey Tucker is off and away. Let's watch Michael Conti here. And these are big pit stops for both drivers. And we'll try to see how they do here. Michael Conti heads into the box. And a beautiful stop. Thought he might overrun it, but nope, hit it perfect. Here's Patrick Crabtree in the pits as well, Kane. Also, we see the target machine heading down as well. 4 fresh tires for the Abutu Chevrolet, and Michael Conti is off. He's going to come out just in front of Patrick Crabtree there. Good stop by Patrick, who came in a good bit later than Michael Conti, but came out right beside him. All right, so Michael Conti back out on the track, and I'm going to try to see what the gap is between him and Casey Tucker. It's going to be hard to see here. We'll find out in just a second.
Looks like about 6.2 seconds so far. Of course, I'm not sure Mike Conti's up to speed yet.
Yeah, we'll have to give him. We'll give him a lap of green run here. Here comes Tyler Hill out of the pits. He's exiting now. Your leader right now, Brad Newman, but now it's Thomas Davis who's leading the lap as Brad Newman's heading down pit road. And so how about that? Thomas Davis thought his day might be over earlier with a wreck, and here he is leading the race, Kane.
Yeah, it's going to take us a few laps here to get the pit stops worked out and get our running order back, but
The green flag cycle here. It's good. We got to see some green flag stops here at Kansas. We had a wild caution-filled race to begin with, but it's worked out nicely here at the end here at lap 114 or 115 of 134.
yeah, I'm glad to see that the guys settled down and got a good long green flag run going. Right now, Dylan Secchi under pressure.
Yeah, Dylan Secchi up on the high side right now. Oh, a sideways car for the number 12 machine. And a close call. Did he lose it? Caution is out. He did lose it. Ooh, scary moment for some cars that slid by there. So the caution comes out at a crucial time. That's Josh Fox causing the caution there. Got loose.
Yeah,
And
I guess Dylan Secchi wasn't under pressure because Josh Fox was a lap down, so.
but wow, man, that I'm telling you what, that was not good for some people that may have gotten trapped in the pits. That's big.
Yeah.
That'll put him down a lap. We'll see who it. Yeah, he got a lot of lap down cars right now. 13 are on the lead lap. Tyler Hill, Steven Gilbert, Justin Bolton, Josh Schweikert, Jordan Worth, all a lap down. That's Adam Gilliland, Josh Fox a lap down, Seth DeMerchant, and Fernando Bento are all 1 lap down. Matthew Nichols is 3 laps down. So we'll see how they score this with the caution coming out. The first car that was a lead lap down was Tyler Hill. Okay, we're getting guys are getting their laps back now. A few are. John Schweikert now back on the lead lap. Justin Bolton and Benjamin Burmeister all back on the lead lap, as well as Tyler Hill and Steven Gilbert. So that puts 17 cars back on the lead lap. The race leader is Dwayne Vincent Kane. He is in the pits, and he gets to pit under yellow. What a big break for the Cessna Chevy. Now, this is a huge gift from the racing gods for him. He will remain the leader, should remain the leader, pitting under caution. And I tell you what, man, this is huge for him because here he is. He's been in the back of the field all day. That car has no damage on it that I can see. And let's see how this car does as we're going to restart in about a lap or two. So let's just say 118 we restart. And if he can hold it down up there in the front, he could get a win out of this. Now, that's going to be easier said than done, but still. Things just worked out in his favor.
Yeah, you know, Cessna's home is here in Kansas, here in Wichita, where I live. We've got a great big Cessna plant that builds lots of airplanes, and right here in Kansas. So
Awesome.
that would be nice to have a good showing for Cessna right here in their home state.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. That's pretty neat. Well, Casey Tucker has scored the leader, so X that. It did move him down. Let's see. It put him in 6th place, Kane. For now, we'll see
Not
where.
bad, though.
We'll see if it changes any. I think it. Yeah, I think that's where he will be. Is in 6th. It's hard to say. I guess we're reorganizing here. Well, what a race so far, though. We got to see
Ryan Lowe's going to be in 6th. Dwayne Vincent's, they're showing him up in 5th place, so.
Okay.
Looks
On
like
mine, they're showing Dwayne in 6th, so it'll adjust here in just a second.
Yeah, with the broadcast software I use, I think it updates
Faster.
every 1/10 of a lap or so. Jordan Worth still struggling today. He's finding himself back in the 18th position. Looks like he's got quite a bit of the damage repaired on the car, though. So with 17 laps remaining, if he's got his damage fixed, we might see Jordan Worth coming through the field.
Yeah, not the best day for the WingQuest Toyota, but you never know. Jordan Worth's pulled some cool things off in the past, and he's got John Schweikert in front of him. Now, John Schweikert's had a fast car all day long. We've seen him have a wreck early in the race and then work his way back to the front, and see if we can do it again. If Jordan can kind of tuck and roll with him. He's got some fast cars around him with Adam Gilliland behind him, and then, of course, John Schweikert directly in front of him, but also it'll be Justin Bolton who will be starting in front of him on the restart, so that will be big. All right, this is going to be it, Kane. We are 1 to go, and the guys are getting the line real tight here as we get ready to go 1 to go, and Casey Tucker and Michael Conti are going to take us to green. Now, Michael Conti was extremely fast late in the long run, but Casey Tucker has been the fastest in short runs. It's a short run to the finish, and it's going to be Michael Conti and Casey Tucker side by side, dead right out of the gate into turn 1. Casey Tucker down low, Michael on the high side. Who's going to have the advantage as we come out of turn 2 towards the back straightaway over 200 miles an hour? Michael Conti has the advantage and takes the lead, and this is going to be fun, folks. It's lap 119 of 134. The number 1 Ubuntu Chevy has the lead at the moment, but Casey Tucker not far behind. The 13 Fastenal Fusion is 1 car length behind and not going anywhere soon, buddy. He is right there with Michael. This is going to be fun, Kane. Tell you what here, lap 120 of 134. 14 laps remain here at Kansas Motor Speedway. It's week 11 of the NASCAR iRacing series, and this is V8's Online. Kane Kraft, I'm JD Smith with you, and this is what it's all about, Kane. We've seen green flag, yellow flag, stops. Now the race to the end is upon us. Nobody should have to stop. Again, Michael Conti in the lead, Casey Tucker right there with him. Back a little bit back, Patrick Crabtree rides alone with Ryan Lowe behind him in 4th. Robin Williams in 5th with Dylan Sickey in 6th. Thomas Davis in 7th with Brad Newman getting passed by teammate Brandon Coppinger, but not for long. Brad Newman takes a pass right past him as well as Matthew Wright. And here comes Tyler Hill.
Yeah, the Wahoo boys, both of them seem to get a little loose coming out of that one turn, and it definitely cost the 21 car, Brandon Coppinger, a little bit of momentum there and cost him a position or 2.
It does. That turn 4 is really getting them. And I tell you what, Kane, our leader, Michael Conti, really had a great lap right there. He is going to move to a nice little lead over Casey Tucker. Casey's got a buckle.
That was a fantastic lap at 28.89.
Gosh. Casey Tucker has got to buckle down here, and you can't take anything away from Casey Tucker. He ran a 29.2, but Michael Conti with a 28.8. That is insane. The fastest lap I've seen today here on lap 123 is when he did it. Now 124. It's 10 to go here at Kansas Motor Speedway. Can Michael Conti hang on to win this race at Kansas? Ryan Lowe hoping that he can hold off Robin Williams there for the 4th place position. Robin Williams looks like he would love to get this position from Ryan Lowe. And good little race between these two. That's for 4th place. The Fast Track Sim Chevy doing good, leading ahead of Robin. So we'll see how that breaks down. A little bit further back now is in the field we have Brad Newman, who's ahead of Tyler Hill. But Tyler Hill's pushing really hard. He's riding up in a hurry. Tyler Hill's moved up from 11th all the way up to 9th since the restart. Caution is out, so hold your horses, everybody. And let's see what the caution is.
Adam Gilliland in the number 8.
Ooh, Adam Gilliland in the number 8 machine is what the caution will be. The car is facing the wrong way there, and I'm trying to see exactly how it started. I see he made contact with the wall, but I don't see if, did he get into Jordan Worth maybe, or no?
Jordan got a little loose there, and so Adam went to go around the outside, and then Adam got a little loose and lost control of the car.
Oh, yeah, he just lost it there, trying to avoid Jordan. He thought Jordan was going to lose it. Jordan saved his, and unfortunate Adam could not save his loose car. So that is a big time for a caution on 126. Now the race is not over. It should not be over. We should have a nice restart. We should get kind of about a 4-lap race to the finish, Kane, is what I'm thinking here. And this should be really fun. Another chance for Casey Tucker. Not what Michael Conti wanted to see here at the end of the race. He had a phenomenal couple laps there. Car was extremely fast. I'd assume it'd be fast again, but another chance of hope for Casey Tucker. Also for Patrick Crabtree, can't count him out. He'll be restarting on the bottom line, barring these guys don't go into the pits. I just don't see him pitting. And you know, you never know. Patrick Crabtree could pull something out here, and I don't want to count out Ryan Lowe either. He'll be starting on the high side, back and forth. So it'll be like this. Michael Conti on the inside of row 1 with Casey Tucker on the outside. Back in row 2 on the inside, it'll be Patrick Crabtree with Ryan Lowe on the outside. Row 3 will be Ryan Lowe and Robin Williams up high. Dylan Secchi, then Thomas Davis. Back in row 4, it'll be Brad Newman and Tyler Hill. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, it'll be Thomas Davis and Brad Newman, then Tyler Hill and Brandon Coppinger in row 5. So we'll see if how long. Hopefully they'll get this cleaned up in a hurricane, and we'll be 1 to go soon. I think we're going to be 2 to go now. We'll see what they score. Yeah, we still at least got at least 1 more, as the lights on the pace car are still lit up.
Looks like Adam Gilliland has called it a day. And has left the track. It didn't look like his damage was all that bad, but it must have been bad enough to not want to try those.
He's kind of had a rough day too. Not the day he wanted. Steven Gilbert in the pits right now. Steven's in 20th position before all this mess, and we'll see what he's doing. Looks like he's getting some repairs done on that number 23 machine. So we'll see how Mr. Steven Gilbert does. Our pole sitter today, Fernando Bento, is in the 18th position at the moment, leaving the pits right now. Not the day he wanted after scoring a pole position here. He had a nice start to the race, but just haven't heard from him in a while.
Seth the Merchant in the Kyle Larson car, the Target and Axe car, finds himself in the 16th position. Going to be racing with Justin Bolton in the number 2 Best Western machine.
All right, Kane, here it is. Are we going to be 1 to go? Yes, we are. It's going to be 1 to go. So here at lap 129, we'll be starting on 130, and we'll have 4 laps to go. So my guesstimation was right, and let's do this thing. 4 laps to finish our Week 11 event here at Kansas Motor Speedway. Oh my goodness, I love it. And it's not, hope you're not hoping to get away from the 1.5 miles, because we're going to be at one next week too, Kane, as we head to Charlotte Motor Speedway. And a lot of drivers love that track.
That's true. There's definitely going to be some awesome racing next week at Charlotte.
Be under the lights next week. That'll be fun. Oh man, we can't even worry about next week though. We are here at Kansas with an awesome finish that is we're fixing to see. This is going to be incredible. Here we are entering turn 3 over the tunnel, and I tell you what, this is it. The nerves have got to be shaking if you're Casey Tucker or Michael Conti up there. You know that a win is right in front of you. All you got to do is get it. Pace car is off. Michael Conti with a great start. I think that Casey spun the tires on the restart a little bit. Not the start he wanted. Michael Conti has got a textbook start. Beautiful jump. And this could be big news for the Abutu Chevrolet. Side-by-side racing between second-place car Casey Tucker and Patrick Crabtree. This is a great side-by-side battle at the moment. Patrick Crabtree falls back into third. Casey Tucker holds the second-place position down. This thing will be over in a blink of an eye, guys. Michael Conti leads the first lap here. 131 of 134. There's 3 to go, and this thing will be over. Tell you what, Casey Tucker not giving up, Kane. He's half a second down. He's really pushing right now. Last lap, not quite what he has been running yet, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because of the restart. Let's see what he runs this lap. This will really tell us what's going on with the Fastenal Fusion. He ran a 28.9. Problem is, so did Michael Conti. Good Lord, that's fast. And the caution's out. That's going to end our race with Michael Conti as the winner. So here it is. Congratulations to Michael Conti for winning the race here at Kansas in Week 11. Wow, what a way to end the race, Kane. Under caution. And let's see, do you know where the caution was?
Yeah, Dylan Secchi in the number 19 car.
Oh, yeah, there, I see it. Let's analyze that real quick. And what happened? He spun around a million times, buddy. Ran around backwards, got in with Thomas Davis in the number 7. Just a good race for position. And, man, they must have had a connection issue. No, they're good. Same thing we saw with Thomas earlier. He gets trapped on the high wall and T-bones the 19 car. And the 19 car gets spun around after hitting Benjamin Burmeister and does about a 10 360s. And that ends our race here at Kansas Motor Speedway.
Thomas Davis lucky to get a 6th place position out of that.
Boy, he is. Nice finish after all. Thomas Davis, so it's going to end like this. Michael Conti, as we start our final lap here, our white and yellow flag waves. And it's Michael Conti who will win the race. 2nd place will go to Casey Tucker. Patrick Crabtree will finish 3rd. Ryan Lowe 4th. Robin Williams will round out the top 5. Thomas Davis 6th. Tyler Hill 7th. Good day for Tyler Hill. Another good week. Brad Newman will finish 8th. Good week for Brad. John Schweikert 9th, and rounding out the top 10, Matthew Wright. Benjamin Burmeister will finish 11th. Dwayne Vincent 12th. 13th, Brandon Coppinger. 14th, Fernando Bento, your pole sitter. Jordan Worth will finish in the 15th, and considering Kane, not a bad finish. Stephen Gilbert will finish 16th. Seth DeMerchant 17th. Stephen Esney finished 18th. Justin Bolton, tough day for him, finishing 19th, and Dylan Secchi, unfortunately, finishing 20th. Josh Fox will finish 21st in the number 12 car, and Matthew Nichols will finish 22nd, 3 laps down. Adam Gilliland 23rd, and of course our racers that did not finish today: Adam Gilliland, Nicholas Morse, Timu Livinen, Kyle McCormick, Billy Price 27th, Charlie Foster, Greg McKinney 29th, Sean Roberts 30th, and Jordy Lopez Jr. 31st. And the final car, Case Brinksma, to round out our 32-car field. Congratulations as Michael Conti crosses the finish line and wins here officially at Kansas. A great race for Michael. I tell you what, it all comes down to that final run, Kane. When we saw under that long green flag run, we watched Michael literally come from, I'm serious, he had to come from 19th or 20th all the way to 1st. That was an incredible run. And you see right there, Casey Tucker coming up and driving by Michael Conti. They had to have fun. Those two raced hard today, had a fun battle. And tough for Casey not to win that one after a great day. And he had that killer lead up until that caution came. This race, had it stayed green, Casey might have won this thing. And a big burnout from Michael Conti, who deserves it, comes into the NASCAR iRacing series and takes the win.
Yeah, fantastic job by Michael Conti. He was definitely had the fastest pace of all the drivers. Casey Tucker, of course, was the only one that could even compete with him all day long. It seemed like Casey was fast as well. But in the end, Michael Conti had what it took to get off that line faster, and he just got a great start.
Yeah, we go back to our green flag stops, and once we got through, we thought that was going to be it. And at the time, I would have told you, I'd have put the banknote on it that Casey Tucker was going to win this race, Kane. He had a 5-second lead over Michael Conti. Michael was chipping away at the lead, but couldn't, I didn't think he had enough to close it out. Then the caution comes out, and a phenomenal finish. And what a good job by Michael Conti. I wonder if we can get a word with Casey Tucker. Hope maybe he can hear me, and he'll come up here and have a word with us. But just a phenomenal race by Casey and Michael Conti there at the end. Casey, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome, buddy. What a phenomenal race you just had at Kansas, buddy. You definitely had a great car today. Tell us a little bit about the race, man.
It was fun. First of all, got to thank Kyle McCormick for the set, PSRG for getting together, working on it. Got to thank Tom Mastakis. What is it? Brandon Cattell. Everybody helping me in the race, spotting for me and everything. Car was good. Race was fun. I just thought we had him beat with the tires, but the two-tire strategy. But that came back and bit us when the caution came out. The restarts were just really tricky with the two tires. The wheels wanted to spin a lot.
Man, I tell you what, buddy, I thought you had it when we went through the green flag stop there. I did a wonderful job on your green flag stop. You get back out, you're holding the 5-second lead over Michael Conti there. If we stay green, you probably win this race with ease. Then the caution comes out. And man, I tell you what, Michael's car was extremely fast late in that race, and it was just so close there. But what a great day for you there in the Fastenal Fusion. It looked really good, Casey.
Oh, it was. The car was perfect. Like I said, Cal McCormick, he made the set. He did all the work on it. It was more his creation than anybody else's, and that thing was a rocket ship. But it only lagged slightly in the middle to end of the run. It was a little bit snug, but it was still flying. But like I said, the two tires at the end was really what gave Connie the edge. He was still crazy fast, but I feel like I'd have been even with him had I had the same tires. He had taken 4 because my spotters were watching him, and he took 4 on that last pit stop, and that's what really helped him. And I don't know. I guess looking back on it now, you say you probably should have taken 4 because you had a big lead anyway, but we wanted a bigger one in it.
Hey,
it bit us a little bit.
I don't blame you, buddy. And we head to Charlotte next week, buddy. So a similar racetrack, a little different. All the mile and a halves are extremely different. A lot of people don't realize that. They think they're cookie cutter exactly, but they are a little bit different. And we'll head to Charlotte next week. So, but they are similar in the same way. So hopefully we'll see your car just as fast next week, Casey.
I hope so. The set from here, the setup from this track should transfer over there as far as a base goes. Something we can work on to make something fast out of. So if we can get that transferred over, and if it works, like hopefully it will, that we should be just as quick at Charlotte. That's gonna be a that's gonna be a mess, man. That's a crazy long race. That's like I think it's gonna be what
600 miles. It's gonna be is it 300? No, it's 250.
Yeah,
No.
it's
we're gonna do the whole 600.
Yeah, you do full distance. Yeah, we go full distance.
No, I know. I'm trying to think how many laps it is. It's 600 miles, but that's
It's gonna be.
I think it's 400 laps or 500.
it's
Or no,
something like
400.
that. It's
Or no,
crazy.
maybe 300. I don't know.
I know that we got through the Daytona 500 pretty quickly. I thought we was gonna be on here all night long, but the guys really we had few cautions on the Daytona 500. It went pretty smoothly. It was a great race. Maybe we'll see something similar with the Charlotte.
I hope so. Last season in the NIS fixed, when this series was not an open set series, we ran the first race they had. It was I believe I think a Friday night race, or maybe a Thursday, and we ran the whole thing green flag, and that was half the distance of what we're going to be running this time. So to be honest with you, I hope it doesn't go green flag all the way, because I was really hurting after that race. My right foot was killing me. My arms were sore. And if we do get another race like that, hopefully we'll have a few cautions here or there, but hopefully not too many. Not like we had tonight. That was a little bit ridiculous.
400 laps next week. I just brought it up and checked it.
400. Holy crap.
laps. Think about this. We only did 134 tonight.
Yeah, that's gonna. Oh man.
We're gonna need a friggin' intermission, Kane.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one, but it's
Telling
gonna
me.
be fun.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, for sure.
It's a long broadcast, but for you guys, that's one heck of a long race as well. So, man, I feel your pain there, guys.
Yeah, at least you get to just sit up and call it. We have to actually drive that thing, and that's not going to be fun for anybody.
Yeah.
But it will be fun. It's just a different kind of fun. It'll start to hurt after a while.
Yeah.
It does. Those long races, they hurt your back and your shoulders, and by the time those things are over, you're in pain.
Yeah, a lot of these guys don't run force feedback either, and I run a lot, so that kills my arms after about 200 laps. my arms start to hurt. I run a lot more force feedback than a lot of people on here. Most everybody I know that's super fast runs none, but
Man,
I run at
I
least 10 in the iRacing and then almost full strength on my wheel.
they should make it mandatory to run a minimum force feedback of at least 5 or something. I mean,
Yeah,
Uh,
it's hard because the different wheels have different strengths, and so they can't really
right.
put a on there. I
yeah,
run 12 on my iRacing settings, and it's tough. I would have to probably turn it down to 10 or so for a 400 lapper.
yeah, it's down to personal opinion. I mean, you see me and Conti, we're not that far off. I don't think he's running any force feedback. He may be, I'm not sure. But I know a lot of those fast guys don't, and we're about equal. So I mean, it's not like it's a huge advantage not to run it. It's just it's a preference thing. It's more for feel.
Yeah.
And if that feel happens to cost you some arm strength in the race, well, hey, it's part of it. But
To me,
uh,
force feedback helps me because I can feel the car better. But I guess if you found out that you're as fast as they are without it, then hey, do your thing.
yeah,
It's
for
obviously
sure.
working.
Yeah, but it was definitely a good race tonight. Still, like I said, thank PSRG, Rick Shelton Chassis, Kyle McCormick for making the set this week, and everybody that helped me during the race. It was a lot of fun, and I appreciate y'all guys broadcasting and everything. That's pretty cool too.
Absolutely. We thank you for coming and talking with us,
JD,
Casey.
Casey was my pick on this race too, and he
Oh,
did a fantastic job.
that's
He
right,
definitely
Casey.
didn't let me down.
Uh, we did. He did. He picked you to win the race, and you won it, man. How about that?
He,
I
second
almost won it.
place.
Second place, close. I almost got it. I just that caution, man. Oh well.
But
Fantastic
you
run
won it
though.
compared to my pick. My pick crashed and burned.
Was it Jordy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordy had some bad luck back there. I don't know what happened. I think there was just a whole bunch of stacking up from people that weren't
he
as fast.
yeah, he got caught up in some an unfortunate event that a 15 car came up off of the apron. Greg McKinney got loose, came up into him, and man, it was rough. Yeah, rough, big wreck.
My
Yeah,
other
there was
pick,
a lot
Jared
of that.
Crawford, wasn't even in the race. So Jared, if you're watching, you gotta come back to the Wednesday races, man. I'm picking you, and you're not even in the race.
Well,
No.
I hate to ruin your time, but according to the forums, he's not going to be in the series anymore. He is pretty much said he's retiring.
What? I missed that.
Yeah, I
Wow.
know. I don't know why. Honestly, nobody gets it because he's really fast. But
Yeah, he was
he's
having a
decided
great
he doesn't
season.
want to. He decided he wanted to just take it off, unless he decides to come back again, which he could do. He's still good in the points. So,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
don't
if he
know. But
comes
yeah,
back before this week ends, he's still doing well enough in the points that he could still make the pro race or make the pro series. So hopefully he'll change his
That's
mind and come
something.
back, as he was having a good season. So
Man, that would be crazy. But hey, Casey, thanks a lot for coming and having a chat with us, buddy. We always appreciate it. And just got a message from Jordy. Said he will talk with us next week on the show. I understand 100% completely, Jordy. And but I also want to thank Sean Cole for coming to the race, having an interview with us pre-race. That was really neat to have Sean Cole back on the show with us. That was really fun. Most exciting thanks to him in the new Sim Pit show. And Kane, anything you want to throw out there before we head on to Charlotte next week, buddy?
no, I'm boy. I had forgot that Charlotte was going to be such a big one. Thanks for Casey for reminding me because I'm going to have to prepare for that one. But we've got a big,
Yeah.
exciting race coming up next week at Charlotte, so that's going to be exciting. And today's race at Kansas, man, that was phenomenal to see both lanes working pretty well, and the speed that some guys had here was great. I mean, it was a great race. A few cautions there at the beginning, probably more than we should have had, but big green flag run there at the end made for some fantastic racing.
It really did. It was a great race, all in all. Kansas is stamped as a success. And the NASCAR iRacing Series Open Series continues next week. You guys make sure you come check it out. Same place, same time here on V8's Online. And just go click on the NASCAR tab at the website. In the meantime, from V8's Online, I'm JD Smith. With me tonight, Kane Craft to call all the action. We'll see you guys as we come to you live from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Y'all have a great night.